From half-naked Bungie developers to dancing Covenant? Wait, this is real? Okay, that's actually kind of crazy. But Halo rooms, or Easter eggs, whatever you'd like to call it, are super interesting. And in my recent playthrough for the 100th millionth time on Reach, I wanted to take a closer look at Bungie's final message, the Tribute Room. For the first time in 15 years, wow, it's actually been that long, I looked into it, and some of you may have forgotten this Easter egg and what it has in it. So in today's video, we are covering everything in this one room. It may not seem like there's much, but by the end of this video, you will learn there was actually quite a lot of things. So without further ado, let's get right into this. On the mission The Package, during the hold-off near the end of the mission, if you play on Legendary and go to the back of the map, using a jetpack, or in my case for this video, I use the Acrophobia skull, you can make your way down to press this hidden button, which unlocks this door located right over here. From there, we are shown the first Easter egg. 7 elite ultras with swords come out of this door, and after running them over with your ghost sorry about that. You can now go into the room before Halsey's lab. And the reason I bring this up is because when I looked in this room, I noticed that there were 7 Oni symbols. And I do believe that I am the first person to notice this. I could be tripping. But for some odd reason, Bungie likes the number 7. So from this point forward, you're going to hear that number for a few more times. But after going in this room, you are teleported to a long hall, which then leads to Halsey's lab. But in this hallway, I counted the lights leading up to her lab, and you will not believe the number that I got. Yeah, it was 7. Again, 7 lights, if we're counting this one right here. But when entering this room, you can see that this is not a natural formation. Someone built it. Oh, wrong game. So this is Halsey's lab, and the achievement on Xbox and Steam is titled, "This is not the greatest lab in the world," with the splatter metal. And if you missed it like I did, this is actually a reference to the song Tribute by Tenacious D. I hope I'm saying that right. But in that song, there's a lyric that goes, "This is not the greatest song in the world." But this little reference is kind of funny.
That's actually kind of funny.
Speaking of the splatter metal, it is also right here on the wall. There is a ton of posters, like the splatter one, so I am quickly going to show all of them. Just right below the splatter metal is a hidden picture, which you can only find if you turn your light on, and it will reveal the co-founder of Bungie, Jason Jones, who can be seen packaging the game called Minotaur, the Labyrinths of Crete? I hope I'm saying that right. But this was a role-playing adventure game that came out on the Macintosh, or Mac, and just a few years later, we would also see Halo, but I think we all know what console that ended up going on. To the right of that picture, we have Bungie's 7 steps to world domination. And those steps are as follows. The first step was to start an independent gaming software company, aka Bungie. The second was to dominate Mac platform and then launch an assault on the Windows platform. Yeah, that didn't really go as planned. Third step was to announce a killer gaming title. For this, we got Halo. The fourth was to acquire strangely addictive Chinese food company. What are we talking about? The fifth was to recover Ling Ling's head, which I'm going to explain this guy later in the video, so stay tuned for that. The sixth step was to stage bloody coup of new parent company. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry guys. But the seventh step was to take over world and shoot enemies into sun with giant slingshot. Yeah, Bungie was no joke back in 2010. So from this world domination plan, just to the right, behind one of these crates, boxes, batteries, oh, screw it. But behind this thing, there is a picture of CE Chief on the Silent Cartographer, which is the most overrated mission in all of Halo. Yes, I just said that. Across from CE Chief, we have maybe one of, if not the most iconic, yes, I said it, posters of all time, which is the Halo 2 Chief promotional art. From there, we turn around and we can see Halo 3 Chief chilling on Sierra 117. But after staring at Chief and his amazing armor, I love you so much, we can make our way over to the keypad where the menu screen for ODST can be seen. Oh wow, that actually rhymed. Hey, you should subscribe after that sick rhyme. And for our last kind of poster, is the legend who created the music for this room. I didn't tell any of you, but when you enter this room, 2 songs play. The first is the easy recognizable Siege of Madrigal. And if you are a fan of the channel, you will know this song playing now. This is my all-time favorite Halo track, and it is called From the Vault. But back to the picture, this is young Marty O'Donnell, the creator for mostly all of Halo's soundtracks up to this point. And Marty, if you are seeing this, I would love to have you on here, just to talk about Halo, or maybe even take you out on a date. The song From the Vault is an Easter egg within itself, with tracks being mixed in from previous Halo games. The song is amazing, and it needs to be studied for future Halo titles. And that wraps up the posters for this room, and now we can talk about the 7 terminals. These terminals were written by Halsey, and it seems like she almost breaks the fourth wall, looking into the Halo community, because these terminals were for the community. And really, this was Bungie thanking everyone for their support over the years. So let's take a look at all 7. The first terminal on the left as you enter Halsey's lab is a tribute to the show Red vs. Blue, and in that terminal, Halsey basically says that the show is pretty funny, which I'd agree. Right next to the Red vs. Blue terminal is the Bungie.org one, and in this one, Halsey talks about the creators of the website and says she's been keeping an eye on them for quite some time, and then goes to say that she is quite impressed by their work and passion. After that, we have the 7th column. Now, this is where stuff gets really interesting. The 7th column is basically a fan club name that was later turned into a type of thing where if you are a fan of anything Bungie related, not just the Halo games, but the overall company or anything to do with Bungie, then you are a part of the 7th column. What I think is really cool about the 7th column is the emblem, which can be found in Reach and other Halo games.
Hey, editing Ronan here. That's a complete lie. Sorry. I thought it was actually in the game. I just checked every single game, even the old Halo Reach. It is, in fact, not there. I just lied to you a second ago. You're welcome. I'm sorry this video's taken so long. I got a new mic. Alright, back to the video.
After that, we have the jump program, which was the first type of video on YouTube to have someone do tricks with a warthog in CE. In this terminal, Halsey said that it was a shame her program only ran for a single generation, which I think means that the creator of the video only tried this on CE and never returned, which is true if you find the original publisher. But one last thing that I found was funny at the end of her analysis. She says in quotes, "I suspect we may see dozens, if not hundreds, of emulators in the future." Reason why I find this not just funny, but awesome, is because of Mint Blitz. And if you don't know who this is, you must be living under a rock. Moving on from that, the Fight the Flood terminal is about Bungie raising money to donate to the Red Cross during the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. And in that terminal, she talks about how humanity never ceases to amaze her. Even during the worst times, many people can still respond with kindness. Aw man, that's so sweet. Wow guys, you know, Halsey is such a nice person. Can we get a like and subscription just for that? From Fighting the Flood, we now go to the HFCS. And I had no idea what this was, but when I looked into it, I found that it was a super secret hideout for Bungie.net forum moderators. And honestly, I don't think it's that secret if I was able to find that in less than 5 seconds, now is it? But in this terminal, Halsey thanks them and also says that they have earned her respect and admiration, but that's the only payment they can extract from her. And for the last terminal, we have I Like Pie, which can be found by the door. This image, funny enough, was actually a picture from Bungie Day. But what Halsey says is she doesn't recall opening the file, and maybe this is a security breach. I'm not sure how anyone is breaching into this place, but maybe it could be a forerunner of some sort, maybe mendicant bias. Reason why I say that is because one thing I didn't talk about when going over the terminals was the reverse messages in the background. These messages were from previous Halo games, and when making this video, I actually thought I found something no one else did, but sadly, I was wrong. Anyways, here are some of the reverse messages. And that is not all. There is quite a lot of stuff I missed. So let's go over it. Starting off with Halsey's journal. I own one of these, like in real life, because I just love Reach that much. And to be honest, I miss when Halo games had such cool collectibles. Next to the journal, we have Noble Team being displayed on this screen. And in it shows all the faces, but when you look at Noble 6, it reads you, which is pretty cool. I love Noble 6 so much. He is a badass for sure. Right below Noble Team is some Xbox 360s. And over here on this table is Ling Ling the dog, which can be found all over Bungie's games. But the story behind Ling Ling is pretty wild, so I'm gonna explain it. Basically, Ling Ling is Bungie's dog, but Bungie only has the dog's head and keeps it in a jar. But if you look up the info on Ling Ling, it says on Bungie.fandom, Ling Ling's head has been restored in a jar and is somewhere situated at Bungie HQ. And if you ask me, kinda seems like Bungie is still trying to do their 7-step plan. Lastly, for this room, we have Cortana talking to Halsey right before Noble 6 takes her. The transmission reads, "I'm going to be taking you offline now. You will be transported to your new host machine whenever you're ready. Good, let's begin." And so that is all the room has to offer. But one thing I found about this is if you go into theater, you can get out and see everything, even this tunnel that we walk through during a cutscene. And while outside of this room, you can see a ring-like object over here. My guess is that this is Installation 04. I could be wrong though. Let me know in the comments. But definitely check this room out if you haven't. It's pretty cool, and maybe I missed out on something that you could find. I didn't have much of an idea on what to do for my next video, and I thought, why not explain this room in its entirety? Because it's, as the title goes, pretty damn interesting. If you watched to this point of the video, feel free to like and subscribe, and maybe even join the Discord. Take care, and I will see you guys later.